Get out of here. Keep the boys on the one side. Again, that's what we'll do. We'll have a meeting in the and then everyone wants to be side trip.
Yeah, I'm up. マービンに送ったんですよ、何時
あら、そう。あの人も風邪っぽいの。
ほんまに
あららら。あら。
If you put their names, then I can type them downstairs who they are. Yeah.
あ、す
But
ごい
you
じゃん。
can find out, you can find out.
はいはい。
Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to today's Nirvana Day service. This morning, will everyone please join me in Gasho for an opening meditation. Although Shakyamuni Buddha had already attained liberation under the Bodhi tree long before his death, this is the day he passed into complete nirvana, leaving his earthly form behind. Jodo Shinshu followers revere Shakyamuni Buddha because he is the manifestation of Amida Buddha on this earth. So this is an opportunity to show gratitude for the noble teachings that were communicated to humanity through him. Namo Yos. Namo Yos. Namo Yos. This morning, our sutra for today will be Sambujo on page 22, followed by Jusege on page 24.
Can I have everyone please put your hands together and gasho? Namanda, 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 namanda. The White River Buddhist Temple Sangha is gathered here today to observe the memorial of the passing of the Buddha, Shakyamuni, the sage of the Shakas. His last words to us were, "Hold fast to the truth as a lamp. Seek emancipation in the truth. Look not for assistance from anyone beside yourself. Rely on yourself and do not rely on external help. All component things are subject to decay and death. Consider the thing called self. Think of its transistency. How can you fall into delusion about it and cherish pride and selfishness, knowing that they must all end in inevitable suffering? Be always thinking about the transistency of your life. You will be able to resist greed and anger and will be able to avoid all evils."
Say
Can I have everyone please join me once more in Gasho? Samanda, 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 Samanda.
Will everyone please rise if you are able for the Gatha I am a link in the golden chain on page 72, followed by the three treasures on page 3. And the Gatha is in the white Gatha
So we just want to remind people of this particular Gatha. The first section is sung twice, where it starts with I. That's sung twice, and then where it starts pure, that is sung one time. So the first part is sung twice, and then the second part is sung once.
please turn to page 3 in the purple service book for 3 treasures. Fortunate is it to be born into human life. Now we are living it. Rare is it to encounter the teachings of the Buddha. Now we hear it. If we do not seek the truth of the Dharma in this life, in what life shall we find it? Let us reverently take refuge in the 3 treasures of the truth. I take refuge in Buddha. May we all together absorb into ourselves the principle of the way to enlightenment and awaken within us our highest aspiration. I take refuge in Dharma. May we all together be submerged in the depth of the Dharma and gain wisdom as deep as the ocean. I take refuge in Sangha. May we all together become units in true accord in a life of harmony, in a spirit of universal brotherhood, freed from the bondage of selfishness. Even through ages of myriad of kalpas, hard is it to hear such an excellent, profound, and wonderful teaching. Now we are able to hear and receive it. Let us thoroughly understand the true meaning of the Tathagata's teaching. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. We will now have a Dharma message from Reverend Cindy. Please be seated.
Can I have everyone please join me in Gasho? Please put your hands together. It is now more than 2,000 years since the passing of Shakyamuni Tathagata. The rite and semblance ages have already closed, so lament disciples of latter times. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Well, hello everyone. I hope you all had a wonderful week, and I'm just here to say that whoever won the lottery, you're welcome to donate to the White River Buddhist Temple. We accept donations. We're a nonprofit, so you might get some money off your taxes. But today we are actually all here this morning to observe our Nirvana Day service, which is the day that we reflect on the life of Shakyamuni Buddha, the historical Buddha who passed away 2,500 years ago. Now, today I actually took a quote from Shinan Shonin's Hymns of the Dharma Ages, which is one of the collections of hymns that Shinan Shonin wrote to show his gratitude to Amida Buddha, Shakyamuni Buddha, and all the teachers who have gone before. This hymn in particular, this wasan, is actually the first of the hymns of the Dharma Ages, where Shinan Shonin laments how hard is it for us who live in the last Dharma Age to be enlightened. In this wasan, in this hymn, Shinan Shonin writes how the rite and the semblance ages have already passed. In Mahayana Buddhism, we believe that there's 3 Dharma ages: the rite Dharma age, the semblance Dharma age, and the latter Dharma age. Shobo, and Mappo is what it's called in Japanese. And what is hard is that the right Dharma age is that Dharma age where the Buddha has just passed, but there's still remnants of the Buddha still around. they also have access to the right practice, also the right teachings. Then sometime after that comes the semblance Dharma age. And this, I'm sorry to say, I blew past a point. The right Dharma age is the Dharma age where almost everyone is able to become enlightened. That's why it's called the right Dharma age. You have access to the Buddha, you have access to the practices, you have access to the teachings. In the semblance Dharma age, there are less people who are able to become enlightened. And that's because there is no Buddha available. Thus, one has access to the right teachings and the right practices. But in this hymn, Shinran Shonin states that we are of the last Dharma age, Mappo, and how hard it is for us to become enlightened during this time. We don't have access to the Buddha anymore. Shakyamuni Buddha has passed over 2,500 years ago. We don't have access to the Buddha. We also don't have access to the right practices because of how long of a time it's been since the Buddha has passed. Thus, we only have access to the right teachings, and they are, and I won't go into depth about these, but they are in these Pure Land Sutras. The larger sutra, and the Amida Sutra, and the Contemplation Sutras. These are the right teachings because they are the words of Shakyamuni Buddha. These are the only things that we have during this time. Thus, it is really, really hard and difficult for a being of Mappo, the latter Dharma age, to become enlightened. And Shinran Shonin encountered this during his studies. He went to Mount Hiei, where he studied as a Tendai monk, and he tried his best to understand the teachings and do his best to become enlightened through the practices that were taught on Mount Hiei. Unfortunately, Shinran Shonin himself realized that as a being of the latter age, of Mappo, that he would most likely not become enlightened during this time, during this lifetime. And so he laments. He says, oh, how hard is it to become enlightened in such this time, this hard times. And so that is why Shinran Shonin, in his works, states that Shakyamuni Buddha, upon his passing, also pointed us to these sutras, which point us in turn to Amida Buddha. It is important that we remember Shakyamuni Buddha during his lifetime because he was the Buddha who showed us there is a Buddha who accepts us all, who embraces us all, no matter if we can become enlightened during this time. And again, hardly any of us will become enlightened during this time, which is why Shinran Shonin encourages us to read these sutras, which you are not inclined to do, just FYI. But he says to look at these sutras and to hold them in your heart as they are the vehicles that will help us realize the infinite wisdom and compassion of Amida Buddha. And that is why we today think upon Shakyamuni Buddha and in gratitude hold this service to the teachings that Shakyamuni Buddha told to his disciples, to the Buddhas, to the Bodhisattvas of Amida Buddha, and how Amida Buddha's infinite wisdom and compassion embraces us all. every single one of us will become enlightened. And that won't necessarily be during this lifetime, but it will be in our next lifetime. Once we are born into Amida Buddha's Pure Land, we immediately become Buddhas, and then we immediately return here to help everybody else become enlightened as well. And as Shakyamuni Buddha has passed 2,500 years ago, it is definitely extremely hard for us to realize this truth. And thus, we, in saying Namo Buddhaya, I take refuge in Amida Buddha, we are also not only thanking Amida Buddha for allowing this infinite wisdom and compassion to wash over us, but also for a thank you to Shakyamuni Buddha for allowing us to hear this wonderful vehicle, Namo Buddhaya, which takes us all to Amida Buddha's Pure Land and allows us to hear Amida Buddha's voice every single time that it is uttered. I know that was a lot of information once more. Again, I'm so sorry for these doctrinal Dharma talks, but I think it's very important for us to remember once again that though we have Amida Buddha as the center object of reverence in our temple, it is also Shakyamuni Buddha who we should also thank at the same time. So in conclusion, can I have everyone please join me in God's show as we thank in prayer and scaling gratitude to Shakyamuni Buddha, to Amida Buddha's infinite wisdom and compassion, and the words of Shinanchali. Namo Buddhaya, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Buddhaya, Namo.
Thank you, Reverend Cindy, for your Dharma message this morning. Please rise if you are able for Gatha Ondoku Santu on page 107 of the White Book, and remain standing for the reading of the Daily Creed of Jodo Shinshu on page 8. Please turn to page 8 and read along with me the Daily Creed of Jodo Shinshu. The Daily Creed of Jodo Shinshu. Realizing enlightenment is assured, and reciting the Nembutsu, I shall live my life cheerfully and positively. Understanding the oneness of life and cultivating self-reflection, I shall diligently attend to my life's tasks in gratitude. Recognizing the Dharma path, I shall help spread the teachings of the Buddha. Appreciating the Buddha Dharma, I shall respect and help others, working for the good of society. Namo Buddhaya. Namo Buddhaya. Namo Buddhaya. Please be seated. Do we have any guests today? Are there any announcements? And here comes Kendall.
Just a real quick one. After service today, we'll have our semi-annual membership meeting, so stick around and you'll see it.
The membership pledge forms have been sent and they're in the mail. If you haven't received one, let me know. The other thing is that we have an ABA Zoom meeting tomorrow at 1. If you're interested in attending, let me know. Thanks.
And once again, a reminder that next Sunday after services, we are having our ukulele gathering. And again, all are welcome. We had a couple of new folks last Sunday, and everybody did really, really well. So if you have any interest in it, we'll have some extra ukuleles again that you could try out, or you can just observe. We welcome you to join us after service next Sunday, ukuleles.
I have the pleasure of introducing and letting you know about a new, very sweet tradition that we have now at White River Buddhist Temple, and that is the recognition of birthdays. So you understand when I say sweet. So what we'd like to do is recognize on a quarterly basis, and this time January, February, March, birthdays. Next time it will be April, May, and June, so we'll celebrate in May. So I'd like to ask you who had a birthday in January and who's brave enough to stand up. Oh, come on, stand up, January. Okay, stay standing. Stay standing, sharp. February. Who had a birthday in February? This February. Who's having a birthday? Anybody? How about March? Anybody having a birthday in March? So immediately following this time before our general membership meeting, you can see who's first in line. And then we can sing happy birthday. Oh, you're gonna love it. And then we'll start a general membership meeting. So thank you all very much for standing.
Good morning. I'm Georgette Magnin, the president of the White River Women's Buddhist Association. Just reminding people, dues are now being, after COVID, we weren't charging dues, but we are starting again. So come see me if you haven't paid your dues. It's increased to $20. And next month, March 19th, will be our general meeting following service on the 19th of March. So there'll be opportunities. I'll be here next week, so if you wish to bring in your dues, or you can send them to the post office box and get them that way too. So looking forward to waking up and doing more things together with the Women's Association. Thank you very much.
I know, it's like great. If anybody wants flowers for their home butsudan, let me know, and when we take these down, we can give you some flowers for our home.
Hello again, everyone. I have some announcements. Sorry, I like to try to bring in everything that's going on in the BCA, with the Northwest District, and I try my best by continuing to look at the British Churches of America website and the various websites of the different temples in the Northwest. But there is quite a bit going on within the next month. in BCA. And that's also mainly because the National Council meetings are going on starting this weekend and into next weekend. And so there's quite a bit going on. And so for those of you who would like to, there will be quite a bit of things happening. If you go to the Buddhist Churches of America website, there is a list of public events on the website, especially for this weekend. I think there's a lot of to do with like social welfare and the endowment fund and everything like that. So that's something to look at. One event that's happening on Saturday, February 18th, is the town hall meeting from 10:15 Pacific Standard Time. The topic is on the benefits of following the Shin Buddhist path, which is the theme of the BCA this year. And it's apparently going to be in 3 parts, with Bishop Harada moderating every single part. So the first part is the benefits of a life of gratitude with Great Pledge, I think is his last name, from Nikon Therapy, and Reverend Dr. Hashimi Aji from, it doesn't say it here, but Southern Alameda Buddhist Temple, as well as the Institute of Buddhist Studies. Part 2 is the benefits of a teaching that embraces all and forsakes none, by Reverend Mary Beth Smith, or she likes to call Smitty, of San Diego Buddhist Temple, and Reverend Gary Jaskula of New York Buddhist Church. And then part 3 is the benefits of being a part of Sangha, with Joanne Tanioka from the Orange County Buddhist Church and David Correa from Monterey Buddhist Temple. So if you would like to, I'll have this in the back, and you can just, I should write down that you should check the Buddhist Churches of America website to sign up for that, or to be a part of that. Sorry, there's quite a bit of things going on. Next thing going on is the seminar, I guess you could say, by IBS every time during the National Council. The Institute of Buddhist Studies has either a talk of some kind or something like that. So this year they're having something called Nembutsu Appreciate Every Counter. That'll be Thursday, February 23rd from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. So sorry, during the day. But the speakers, there will be 4 speakers, and they will be Reverend Harry Bridge of Buddhist Church of Oakland, who is also, I think he's an adjunct professor of the Institute of Buddhist Studies. Reverend Dr. David Matsumoto of the Institute of Buddhist Studies. I believe now he's the president of IBS right now. And Reverend Melissa Opal of Spokane Buddhist Church, who you should all know, as she's part of the Northwest. And then Reverend Todd Tuchia of Midwest Buddhist Temple, who is also going to become a Thai Kyoshi minister in the future. And I think this lineup is very interesting also because they have 2 in-laws speaking, and that's Reverend Dr. David Matsumoto and Reverend Todd Tuchia. They're actually related by marriage, which is very interesting. So it's a lot of stuff you could gain from that. But the topic is number 2, Appreciate Every Counter, on Thursday, February 23rd at 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Yeah, sorry, a lot of. Thirdly, there is a Panda Express fundraiser if you would like to. On February 24th, Friday, February 24th. I will have, actually, sorry, I have a sticky note. It has the code on it, so if you would like to, you'll be supporting the BCA and IBS, the Institute of Buddhist Studies, and so 20% of your, online orders only for BCA endowment fund. So if you like Panda Express, please have Panda Express that day, and I'll have that in the back. Lastly, and I say lastly, is the benefits of a life of gratitude, benefits of Shin Buddhism. It's a seminar hosted by the Buddhist Churches of America on Saturday, March 11th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. And the guest speaker will be Reverend Dr. Kenji Akakoshi. He is a retired minister from the Buddhist temple of San Diego. I believe he used to be a dentist and maybe a psychologist, so he always has something very interesting to talk about. And it will be moderated by Bishop Harada. Unfortunately, I will try my best within the next month to actually get a printout instead of on a post-it note, because it's on the BCA website. Whenever I touch the thing, it sends me to the documents page. So I need to ask for a printout for that. I guess not really lastly, but once more, if you would like to do the control workshop, we still have signups. I think we'll maybe have our first meeting on March 5th, Sunday, March 5th. So if you are available that day, we will probably have our workshop that day. Okay. We'll see. I will have all of these in the back, and so I did a lot of those notes. But if you're interested or have any questions, another way to look at all of this is, most of all of this is on the BCA website. If you would like to join some of these seminars this weekend or next weekend. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you for attending today's service. Please come up and Oshoko if you have not already. And just in closing, please Gasho. My life is not only my life, but also the life of others' sacrifice, kindness, thoughtfulness, and patience. I am grateful. Namo Myoho. Namo Myoho. Namo Myoho. Okay.